That we are here to fight to decriminalize consensual sex work and make New York the first state in this country to allow us to do work to survive. Many of us do this work because we have no better option at the time, and because the private sector doesn't welcome us in and allow us to work without being discriminated against. So if you don't have a solution, you need to keep your mouths shut, right? So my message to the mayor, my message to the council member, Francisco Moya, is sit down with sex workers, listen to us, and hear from us what we need. Okay, because we are not out here causing a ruckus. We are not out here influencing people to do things that they don't want to do. We are doing this because this is our body and our choice.
When you criminalize buyers of sex, you force sex workers to work underground. You put sex workers at an unequal playing field. You force sex workers to do things that they would normally not do. We are not in a strong negotiating situation when buyers of sex are criminalized, but not sex workers. Criminalizing buyers of sex takes food out of people's mouths. We are talking about adults that are choosing to do things in agreement consensually. We are talking about my body, my choice. Why is it that we only use that slogan when it has to do with reproductive justice, but not when it has to do with anything else?
And I'm the chair of the subcommittee on human trafficking in the Assembly, and I take it very seriously, and I have supported legislation and funding to do so. That being said, we know, you know, that criminalization has never been the solution to poverty or survival, and it only makes things worse and exacerbates the difficulty that sex workers experience in accessing systems of care, including housing, healthcare, and other public benefits.
I think there are a number of different elements at play here. There are many different things being protested against. One of them is individuals who choose to get involved in sex work. I think people just don't understand consensual sex workers. They may not know one, they haven't sat down and spoken to one to understand more clearly why it is that folks have to do this work to survive. In particular for transgender people, transgender women of color are not often provided jobs in the private sector, are not getting callbacks, are not getting a second interview, and we have bills to pay, we have food to put on the table, we have a roof to keep over our head. And we are choosing to consensually get involved in sex work. No one is being coerced or forced against their will to do anything that they don't want to do. That would be considered sex trafficking, and that is not what we are advocating to decriminalize. So there's nuance in the conversation that cannot be conflated. That's very important in this discussion.